India by itself is multiple countries in itself, right? How do you see the insurance sector growing across multiple locations across India or multiple states, however you would like to frame it?
I'll answer it in two parts. The first part is I'll talk about the growth of the industry as such. I believe that the industry will continue to grow. And continue to grow, when I say continue to grow, it will grow in a healthy way. And to be more specific, I anticipate anything to upwards of 10% to 15% per annum. That's how the industry will continue to grow. That is one part. Why it will grow? Number one is we have something called as financialization of savings. India used to be a savings market where the savings are always locked in very comparative and safe and traditional instruments like FDs, recurring deposits, gold. These savings will move towards more financial products like life insurance, like mutual funds, like structured product, alternate investments, and everything. So, this financialization of savings will continue and it will continue to grow, and therefore, life insurance will grow because what we believe is life insurance is the basics, is the first tier for financial planning because first you protect what you have and then you decide to grow what you have. So, it is important to protect first, and protection is where life insurance comes in. So, with the entire savings pyramid going up, insurance is definitely going to grow, and anything upward of 10 to 15%, that is for sure. What will also happen is there will be more players in the industry. Currently, we have 24 life insurance players in the industry. There will be more. In fact, the 25th Go Digit has just got the license to start the business in the country. So, we'll very soon have the 25th player. And I'm sure there will be a lot more players coming into the industry. So, that will push the growth further. Third thing that will grow well for the industry is the various reforms that the regulator IRDA is bringing. They are making go to market much more simpler by giving a lot of relaxations in the way products can be introduced in the market. They're talking about giving composite licenses, they're talking about giving extended licenses, they're talking about open architecture as far as banking and bank assurance business is concerned. They're talking about open architecture in terms of life insurance and agents not being confined to only one insurer and they can sell multiple companies. They're talking about composite licenses where you can sell life insurance, general insurance products as well. So there are a lot of changes that the regulator is gradually starting to bring. In addition to there's a huge initiative that the regulator has worked upon, which is the Insurance for All by 2047, which is to increase the life insurance penetration in the country. And there are a lot of work that the regulator is doing along with the industry to push insurance, to push penetration of insurance up. All of these factors, if you put together, and especially with the income levels going up, our economy is supposed to grow, be one of the fastest growing economies in the country. We will be 5 trillion very soon. So, all of this, if you put together, I believe insurance sector is continue to grow. Coming to the where India is a fairly diverse country, what I see is gradually we will move into a situation where we will have regionally dominant players, and that has happened in many countries where you have players, especially in markets like US, where you have players dominating one part of the geography rather than trying to spread their wings across the country. So that might will happen in our country as well. But the difference that I see in our country, it's not just one country; it is 29 countries put together, and therefore, and these people want fairly, and nothing wrong in that. If I am a consumer, I want my insurer to talk in my language. I want insurer to probably do what is best for me and what works for me. So what it will do is it will place a lot of challenge on the insurers to, number one is to create capabilities where they are able to serve this diverse set of customers. Things might not. So if I look at, let me divide it into front end of insurance and back end of insurance. Now, back end of insurance, there's a lot of risk management, there's a lot of fraud control, there's a lot of product pricing, and a lot of other actuarial and all of these statistical models, underwriting, all of this in place. So I don't think that changing much because for that kind of functions, India is still very homogeneous. But if I come to the front end, especially sales, marketing, HR, all of these functions, where the homogeneity is not there, where it is fairly heterogeneous. So I believe a lot of pressure on these functions, that how do they adopt and adapt to this heterogeneous market that is going to be there. So from a marketing perspective, that means you need to be able to talk to consumer in consumer languages. So that means develop vernacular capabilities. Develop capabilities in which you can talk to customers, or even from your digital assets, for all assets that you have, you need to talk in the language of the customer. Third is, and which often people do not talk about, is while customers are diverse, the distributors are also diverse. People like customers, distributors. So don't try to be one size fits all for distributors also. Bring as much rigor as you are going to bring to thinking from a consumer, bring that rigor in thinking for distributor as well. Because as of today, the distributor still brings you 90% of your business.